this might end up being another troll video, but I don't care. So people have been clamoring for a next Batman Arkham game ever since the release of Batman Arkham Knight. And after all these years of rumours, speculations, and even a few teasers here and there, nothing has ever came from any of that. Although through the past couple of weeks, it did seem like something was finally going to happen with the Batman Arkham franchise, given a few mumbles here and there. And there was also this apparent leak for the upcoming trailer of the brand new Batman Arkham game that would have coexisted with the PS5 event. And at first I thought this was fairly plausible and I was contemplating on making a video surrounding this, but when it came down to looking for the original source and how reliable they were, I thought, you know what, I don't think it's really worth it, and chances are it could have been fake. And so instead of taking the bait, I thought I may as well just wait on this until there was something legitimate surrounding this leak, or if there was going to be anything official from WB Games. Moving on to present day, we did have the PS5 event, and lo and behold, there was no sign of any Batman Arkham game in sight. And I'll be brutally honest, I was kinda laughing a little inside. Because at this point, it almost seems as if Rocksteady and or WB Montreal are taking the piss at the fans. And I won't lie, I took the piss out of them a few years back. But at this point, the whole Batman Arkham community is becoming more and more of a meme by the years. Bear this in mind, this isn't me taking the piss out of the Arkham games, because quite frankly, I am a huge fan of the first two. But at this point in time, after so many years with not a single Batman Arkham game, it does seem like everyone within that community are scraping through the bottom of the barrel just to get some content and tease the next new Batman Arkham game. Despite the fact that it's pretty much clear that Rocksteady are not doing another Batman Arkham game, and on top of that it does seem like WB Montreal are pretty clueless on what to do with the DC IP. Must I remind you of the amount of cancelled games they have under their belt ever since the release of Arkham Knight? You have the Suicide Squad game, which was meant to be a sequel to Arkham Origins, which ended up going absolutely nowhere. You've also got the apparent Damian Wayne Apocalyptic Future game, which sounded absolutely dreadful, and I'm honestly glad that they cancelled this one. Not to mention that they also had the Superman game, which ended up being scrapped because it was too ambitious, although I will admit that this would have been pretty fucking awesome. And on top of that, we even do have the apparent Batman reboot, which would have included the Court of Owls, which I don't know if they're still going on with this one, or if that one's also cancelled, or if they're doing some sort of Batman Beyond game. I don't even know what's going on with WB Games at this rate. But while I don't think the Arkham games have ever peaked since Arkham City, and while I do feel like the next installment, whichever it may be, might end up being another clusterfuck because it seems like WB Games don't know what to do with the IP at this rate, I kinda want another Batman game. If only people can finally shut up about it. Because I'll be honest, the next Batman Arkham game hype train is about as big of a meme as Half-Life Episode 3. And as you can see, I really didn't know where I was going with this video aside from taking the piss out of the community a little bit. But if there's one thing to take away out of this video is that maybe you should all take a huge step back and not jump onto every little thing that may result in the next Batman Arkham game. Because time and time again, you are all setting yourselves up for disappointment. And instead of wasting your time on speculating on something that is so random, how about you wait for something that is genuinely legitimate? As opposed to looking at some leak that came from an anonymous source and claiming that to be a fact. So are you genuinely disappointed in that there were no announcements in relation to the next Batman Arkham game, and what do you personally want to see out of the next installment, in terms of gameplay mechanics, locations, or even villains? Comment below and share some thoughts, and as always, thank you guys for watching this video, please like and subscribe, take care and have a good one.